Alright. Hello. Okay, so you're most likely here because you're trying to figure out how to make objects move on their own using animation. To do that, first go into your maker pen and grab the object you want to animate. Remember, this can work for basically anything. And then spawn it, or bring it towards you. Now, go into Gadgets, Gizmos, and then grab the Animation Gizmo. It's this chip right here with a little ball jumping, and the in and out, as well as the cool little golden pin on the top. Now, click Wire, press and hold on the object that you want to animate, and then bring it over to the golden pin on top of the animation gizmo. Now, if you see this gear icon, you've done it, right? Now just let go, and it should say Object Added to Animation. Now, click Edit in your palette. And now, basically one of the other ways to know if it is added is if the object also gets a green outline when you do this. Sometimes that doesn't work though, so you may just want to go in and check it. Anyways, just press on the animation gizmo with Edit selected, and then go into your palette and you should see this menu. Now, basically how this works is it uses keyframes, which is what 3D animation usually uses. This essentially makes it so if I say have 2 keyframes, and on the first one nothing happens, but on the second one, I move this to the left, it will make it so it does exactly that. On the first one, nothing, but since I moved it to the left, it'll do it on its own. Pretty cool. So now we're going to make a very basic animation using this. Add, left, add, up, add, and then copy, paste. Oh my god, that's wrong thing. Copy, paste, up, add, paste. Now, it goes in a very basic circle. The issue with this, though, is you may notice the animation is pretty stiff. This is due to the fact that it doesn't have much movement in it, and also the fact that there's a lot of settings in here we can use for it. So, first, if you want to, let's say, make it so it comes in slow and then moves fast once it gets to the frame, that would be ease. Ease in makes so it eases in, while out makes so it gets there and then goes out like it, as you can see right here. See, eases, it gets a little faster there. So now we're going to add ease to all of these so I can show you what it means. And it makes kind of like do a jumping motion towards it. And then there's another modifier, ease fast, does the same thing but quicker. There's also this little line right here called smooth movement. Now, you may notice if you activate it, your animation will get a lot more, well, smooth, kind of bouncy like. See? This is kind of like a modifier it uses, but the thing is, it's not always good to use, because it can also sometimes, if you have a lot of objects and a lot of them are like the pivot isn't in the middle, stuff like that, it can animate weirdly, cause it to, yeah, let me show what I mean. Like if you would say try to rotate it, it can also sometimes do this right here, where it doesn't do a smooth rotation, it bounces its way in. It can be very annoying, but if you're just doing like, if you're not trying to do an insane amount, it can be pretty good. Okay, so now their animation is done. To play it, you either need an object, like let's say a button or any object that can send a signal out, and then you just need to select wire and connect it to play. That can play it, or if you just want to stop it, you can do the same thing. Or you can just go into configure and click this and press play. Now it's playing on its own. Pretty cool. And if you, let's say, want to make it so it's not looping, you can select ping pong, which makes it so it'll get to the end and then bounce back, instead of just immediately looping the way it already went. Now, currently, these 2 buttons right here are broken, so they don't do anything, but what they usually do is stop at start, makes it so on ping pong mode, when it gets to the back to the start, it stops playing. While stop at end makes it so once it gets to the end like that, it will stop playing. speed percentage is the speed your animation will play. You know, like 500 makes it go really fast, while something like 25 makes it go very slow. That's really most you get to know about animation. Only other thing is like allow holding makes it so objects in the animation can be held or not. You also might just have to turn that off in the object settings stuff. Yeah, that's really all there is to know about the animation right now too. Pretty basic, but works pretty well if you know what you're doing. You can make some very complex and fun things with it. Anyways, that's really it. Yeah. Remember to give it your vanilla best.